is up? What is happening, everybody? It is Janelle here with the Storytime video. This story is about doubting yourself. So, where to start? It happened last week when I went to a medical school event or seminar for how to get into med school. Let's take this back 5.5 years ago. My God, it's been forever. So I get into university. I'm happy. I'm excited because I know that I'm one step further to becoming a doctor. Wow, okay, I'm sharing a lot. I really want to start opening up more to you guys, and so that was interesting because I don't like to talk about it a lot. I'm kind of a believer in, like keeping your dreams to yourself and just keeping your head down and focusing and making sure that you're doing whatever you can to make it happen. But then there's times when you're like, you know what, the way that I am going about fulfilling my dream might be useful to somebody. So yeah, that's why I want to share it. And so my first year did not go well. I had like a D average, and that is what caused me to be suspended. So when I came back from my suspension, my focus was just to not get suspended again. So medical school took a back seat. As a matter of fact, I kind of said, maybe medical school isn't for me. It's gonna take a really long time. I want to get married, I want to have children, and that just seems like it'd be very challenging if I were to become a doctor. So that took a back seat. Not to mention that for medical schools, you would need an A+ average easily just to be considered, just to be even glanced at by the computer algorithm that will kick your application to the curb if you're anything less than the average that they expect or that they want. So with that, I was kind of thinking, I'm just trying to get a C average or even a B average. There's no way I'm thinking about getting an A+ average right now. So with that in mind, I just tried to do the best that I could without putting too much pressure on myself, without stressing myself out too much. And I got like decent grades. It kind of moved up a grade point, so now it was like C's, C+, B-, and I was happy because I was no longer in the like suspension range. And I kind of just kept it at that pace. After a while, maybe like 1 or 2 years after that, I was kind of thinking, oh, okay, now I think I am capable of getting A's. In hindsight, I was always capable, right? It's just a matter of putting your mind to that and believing in yourself. So what happens next is that, which actually happened a couple of months ago, is that I just so happened to be in the same place as a mother and her baby who stops breathing. And I jumped right in. I was on the phone with the like emergency response team and just having them talk to me and coaching the mother through what she should do, like make sure his airway is open, pumping his chest, is he wheezing, is he crying, what's happening. And that changed my life. And I said, Lord, you could not have put me in that position to have me just then say, oh, just another day in the life of Janelle. Right? No, after that, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a doctor so badly. And then I thought, how am I going to get there? My grades are nowhere close to where they need to be. So all of that brings me to last week, where I went to the medical school seminar, and the first thing right out of the gate was that you need to have a competitive GPA, and so it was just this sinking feeling that I want this so bad, but I don't even meet the very first criteria. And the wave of self-doubt that just poured over me was so tremendous, and I was down for a couple of days, because I mean, how could you not be after hearing all that? And I always knew that, but for some reason I was hopeful that maybe there would be something that I could latch onto that would help me get into medical school. This is very recent for me, so it's not as if I have an answer, and I like having answers. I like coming here and being confident and positive and saying, you know, you can do whatever it is you want to do. And deep down, I believe that. But after what happened at that seminar, I realized that there is a deeper level of myself that is very much filled with self-doubt, very much filled with just this uncertainty. It's the fact that, again, I want something so badly, but I might not be what they consider worth it. And after a while, I kind of just started thinking that, you know, everything happens for a reason, and, you know, you just need to persevere, and eventually you'll make it through. But what really helped me too was my belief that God put that on my heart, and He put that on my heart for a reason, and I cannot rely on my own understanding, but I have to have faith in the way that He is working. And after I had that thought, all of these ideas started pouring into my head, where I started thinking, okay, well, there's grad school. My grades might be good enough to get into grad school, and then from there I get into med school. Or I could maybe go to college for a little bit and maybe find some sort of bridge program that will get me into med school. But I just kept thinking, if I really want it as badly as I believe I want it, I will do whatever it takes to get there. So that experience motivated me to come on here and to say, you know, if you're going through anything where you feel like you can't get the thing that you want, or that you're not good enough, or whatever the circumstance is, you don't fit the bill, always believe that there is a way for you to get what you want. Always believe that some way, somehow, it is possible for you to make it. Because the moment you stop thinking that it's possible, you've already disqualified yourself from the race. And I don't like saying the race, because then it's like this whole big competition amongst others, but it's not. Don't focus on the people around you. Focus on what you're doing and how you're improving yourself and being a better person. It was so easy for me to say, well, that person's definitely going to get into med school because their GPA is superb, or they have a lot of research experience, because you kind of need that to get into medical school, and I don't really have that. But I just started working with a lab recently, and I said, it's never too late. You know, better late than never. And that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you were able to take something out of it. And of course, subscribe for more videos and like this video. That would be so greatly appreciated. And come back. Good morning, noon, and night, wherever you are in the world. And I shall talk to you again soon. Toodles.